And we're live.
Yeah, we are live. Wow, it takes a bit longer than I thought to send out a little notification.
Yeah, I think the World Cup is going to put a dent in our audience here.
Oh, come on. There's absolutely, like, no overlap between...
Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of Latino last names in the chat, so...
Yeah, we also 100. I don't even know.
Yeah. What's up? Clarion, hello. First in. Good to see
Only
you.
in.
Yes. There's people there.
I'm sure people are watching. Lurkers and...
Right.
I was trying to think of another funny word for lurkers. It's too hot to think.
Mm. Yeah, I know, yeah. And it's not even humid yet, and we're getting all this heat. Yeah, I can't wait till the humidity kicks in.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You live up on a mountain, so I think things are cooler a bit there. Yeah, I think I'm on like the flat plains of Osaka. It has not been bad yet. Despite what my partner says, I'm like, how about you save something like for like August?
Right. It's a little too early to start with that, yeah.
Well, apparently mics sound a bit distant.
Oh, thank you. Let me double check I got the right source. Yeah, it was the default source. Thank you. Let me check. Is it webcam? No, that's gotta be it. Yeah, so maybe, sorry for that. Yeah, actually that should peek it out though. So wait a minute here. What's going on? Technical difficulties. Okay, let me just maybe crank it a little bit.
Well, that didn't help because of YouTube's commercials. Jesus
oh yeah. Let me kick in here and see. Yeah. So maybe. Oh yeah.
Where is that mic picking up from?
It must be that. So, the mixer got unplugged.
That would do it.
Nice. Oh my god. This way?
Let me do it.
Yeah, whichever way. Oh, it's this way. Okay, there we go. All right. Welcome to this clown show. Okay. Yeah. So thank you, Clarion. Yeah, that was the. That was the video camera all the way across the room. How about this? There we go.
How's that sound now?
Is that better? Doesn't look like it's any better.
Will we see anything?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess chat's kind of delayed. Yep, because we plugged it in. How's it sound now?
Yeah, it should be the different source. Oh, I can check on the thing. Oh, what a clown show this is.
But that's
actually, that should peek it out though.
So that's how back we are, right?
Yeah, that's how far back. Wait, what?
How's it sound now?
Come on, it's scrubbing. Get out of here.
Apparently Clarion says it's much better.
Yeah, there we go. Okay,
all right, cool.
That was the deal. Yeah, sorry, I put the mixer on the floor and the USB fell out. Nice. All right, so
welcome to the Clown Show.
Yes, welcome to the weekly.
Have we mentioned we're professionals?
Yeah, we gotta rename this the Weekly Clown Show.
Like I keep telling my kid, no, you're not a professional. Professional means you get paid to do something. Doesn't mean you're good at it.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose. Anyway, yeah.
So, what have you been up to?
I have been being all kinds of tired at night because my kid just refuses to finish her homework at daycare. That's killed a lot of mood, but I've been trying to finish another little 2mm skill army.
Oh, cool.
Like I said before, there's just something, and you know I haven't managed to do it. There's something about sitting down, spending like a couple hours at night painting, and then going, well, that's one foot done, right? Or like, I did the medals on this one, as opposed to like sitting down, spending a couple hours and being like, that's a couple of units or bases done, right?
Feels like accomplishment.
Yes, I think that's what it is. It feels like you have accomplished more than you have, and even though it's tiny little like dots and swipes. So yeah.
I was looking at Moonstone. Have you heard anything about that? Some of the Malifaux players, were kind of interested in that. Because it's kind of, whimsical. There's like the factions are like fae and undead, and magical kind of, stuff and goblins and stuff. But it's all very, cartoonishly very exaggerated, more like a confrontation, kind of like the Rackham style stuff.
Right.
But it's very few models, and you're doing cards. You're like putting cards face down, or you're pulling cards out of a deck, and the color and the value of the card, like 1 to 3, lets you know kind of what you can do in that round.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I was looking at it. It looked kind of simple and interesting. Yeah, and I've got Malifaux terrain and mats and stuff that we could use. So
interesting.
Yeah, and it's a small studio doing it. They're doing all their own miniatures and terrain and everything. So and the basic rules are free.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and the stat cards, everything is free. So they want you to support the game by buying the stuff that they're making. But but it might be worth testing one of these.
I will go look at that because it does sound interesting, and I'm all about supporting small games, especially like I don't know, I feel that's the way to do it, and I realize not everyone can, but it's like, here's the rules.
Yeah.
Please play them, enjoy them, right? Where we're going to make money is official miniatures or
right. Yeah, you just getting into the game. Yeah, you just like what we were presenting and supporting it. And I think that's that's a probably pretty fair way to do it, because it's kind of like the crowdfunding model. If you don't get enough people support it, you're not gonna be able to produce it. So yeah, get people to look at what you're doing and get excited about it. Yeah, I think that works well. And from what we're going to talk about today, I think we're all going to be forced to, support physical, small studios, small creators, small designers doing physical stuff, because it looks like everything. They might get their dream. WotC might get their wish to get everything digital behind the walled garden of D&D Beyond, because a lot of people are falling for it. A lot of big publishers are supporting that.
God, all right.
So yeah, we gotta fight that.
Let's get it over with. Let's get to it then.
All right.
Yes.
What are we messing around for? Let's get to the ugliness. All right. So yeah, good to see everybody in the chat. And hey, some people did tear themselves away from the World Cup. Yeah. Arturo and of course Calerion and no Matt. Yeah, Matt I think is going to be tied up for a while. He might even be trying to attend one of these games somewhere in North America. Wow. Who knows? All right. So let's get started.
Welcome to the weekly.
Welcome to the weekly.
Welcome to the weekly.
Welcome to the weekly.
I wondered what that long pause at the beginning was. I'm like, oh, what nonsense is Jeremy up to now?
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Chris.
And this week on the weekly, Vampire 5.5e, but not the real one, exactly the one you might be thinking of. Yep. Valiant for Mutants and Masterminds. The Rise of the Lazy Dungeonmaster, and RPG Trader. So
DER, not AITOR, right?
Yeah, trader. Yes,
Yep,
yes. Sorry, I hit that D a little hard. Yes. But before we get started, don't forget to check in the links. There's some great bundles. Humble Bundle's been spoiling us with all of this TTRPG stuff. There's still the Roll Big and Go Home with basically all the big.
Is that what it's called? Roll Big and Go Home?
Or Go Home.
Oh, okay. I mean, Roll Big and Go Home makes sense. Like you play at home, okay.
Or Go Home. The Dungeon Crawler Classics bundle featuring just about everything for Dungeon Crawl Classics. There's also the Cyberpunk Red is still available for a few more days, and even the Free League. So the Free League bundle is all of their original stuff, not any of the licensed stuff. All the licensed stuff is in the Roll Big thing. And if you want to try Cyberpunk, there's also the Edge Runners adventure kit in there as well. And I thank you everybody that's already used those links, because we're already getting some activity on those links. It helps us a lot, and you get really cheap PDFs. You can hundreds or thousands of dollars of PDFs for just a little bit. But let's get started for this week. So Vampire the Masquerade is getting a D&D 5.5e crossover product coming to D&D Beyond. So White Wolf is the latest publisher to join the D&D Beyond third-party marketplace. So we can't get so mad at them, because there's already traders that have crossed this line. So there's a slate of partner content coming in. So this is Bound by Blood 5.5e by Ghostfire Gaming. So it's under the third-party license, and what they're adding to 5.5e is a new Kindred class. Yay. And also some new Dark Age adventures. So this isn't the first. Previously, we had Chaosium do a Call of Cthulhu product on D&D Beyond. Pathfinder did a 5e version of their adventure path. So they did a 5.5e playable Abomination Vaults. So you can play 5.5e in Galarian instead of that. So people are already turning traitor. Do we not remember the open gaming license, the OGL? These people were railing against this, and okay, we got to stop them. We got to do our own thing. Oh, but you got a third party license. We can get some stuff on D&D Beyond because you got a big captive audience there, and nobody's going to go out of there to play our game. So we're going to go in there to sell our crap. I mean, and what's the split? Like, what are they even making? Unless they're getting a majority of that, what are they doing? So
yeah, I have feelings about this because, as you said, I mean, it's been established that the original, like, not the OGL, but like the one that came out with third edition, right? That the express goal by the creator of it was to basically strangle other games by encouraging everyone to produce or port their game into third edition of D&D, right? Like, it was expressly stated after the fact. They're like, nope, we're going to try to kill other games. And it sounds like they're trying to do the same thing. So, right? I guess money talks, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, like, that's what I would like to see numbers, because I really don't think that anyone who's in that little walled 5e garden, and we all know I don't like D&D 5e, but whatever, okay, that's your game of choice, fine. Who plays that and then goes, there's a new Kindred class for 5e based on Vampire the Masquerade? Cool. And they play it, look at it, and like, that's pretty cool. Who in that situation then steps out of that walled garden, or even before the walled garden was there, who jumps over the wall, who goes out of that D&D ecosystem, then goes, let's try playing Vampire the Masquerade.
Right.
Or let's play, I mean, maybe you would play Pathfinder, because they're basically the same thing, right? I mean, say what you want. Or, okay, like, I really would like to see numbers, because my gut reaction is the companies who make a little, like, tidbit of content for the big gorillas environment, whatever, don't get anything in return. Nobody jump ships, or not enough people come over and buy other stuff. So what the fuck is the point? You're just you're basically killing your own sales.
Right.
Like, you are showing people there is no need to play this other game. I'll just stay in the little 5e walled garden and only buy that stuff. And all you're doing is killing your sales.
Right. Yeah. So
ask me how I really feel about it. Right. Sorry.
Oh, I forgot. That's my line. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like the second tier publishers just like chucking their books over the walled garden, hoping somebody picks them up, but basically, they're not gonna escape. They're not gonna get out of there.
It's like they've set up their little sale, and exactly right. They're chucking their books over, and then they're going, hello,
anybody?
And anyone want to come over here and buy our stuff? No, because you've given them all the stuff over there.
Yeah, so it's odd because Ghostfire Gaming and White Wolf are working together on this. White Wolf has recently kind of beefed up their production for the World of Darkness stuff. They hired Jess Lanzillo away from D&D to work for them. And they do have a publishing relationship with Renegade. So currently, Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, and Hunter the Reckoning are being published through Renegade.
Interesting. That reminded me, and maybe there's a touch on this, I'm pretty sure Renegade just said all of our, I forget whatever, Essence 20, right? It was like Essence 20. They're like, by the way, G.I. Joe, Transformers, My Little Pony, whatever, didn't they use Essence 20?
Yep.
It doesn't anymore.
Right. Yep. I was just going to get to that. So so we'll see if this is a one-off publication, this Bound by Blood thing, or if this is going to, all stuff is going to start going over to 5e. Just depend on how much, how popular it is, I'm sure. But yes, Chris is right. Renegade is ending support for Essence 20 in favor of 5.5e because it's such a good system. And
I mean, really, a class and level based system that's all about combat power and square mapping and stuff is really what you want to play My Little Pony in.
Right. Yeah. So obviously, this is pressure from Hasbro, or some executive looked at this and said, "What the fuck are you publishing our IPs and you're not using our system?" So Transformers, G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, and yes, My Little Pony will not be using the bespoke Essence 20. anymore. They will be using a modified version because I think there's some variation in that of the D&D 5e. So Renegade is also giving you a free conversion guide to 5.5e to make all of the stuff you've already bought from them playable, because they're no longer supporting their in-house bespoke system. Wow, that's amazing.
I can't think it's any different though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What's the conversion document going to be? A blank PDF?
Right.
Sorry.
Keep rolling that D20 is what it says. Yeah. So obviously it seems like there was some pressure for them to push this. It's very strange, but I
get it.
Yeah.
Hasbro's a corporation, and you know exactly what you said.
There's other people that could, we could license these IPs to. So what are you going to do? They can just put that pressure. Yeah, you got a nice, bespoke system. There'd be a shame if something happened to it. Why don't you switch over to ours? Yeah. So, so they created the system back in 2021, and now they're moving to 5e. So, but it's Renegade. I don't have a hell of a lot of respect for them. They publish some pretty messed up books. I think it's just a bunch of people working remotely, and so there's like weird mistakes that get made in their books and stuff. So whatever. But yes, remember the OGL. Yeah, never forget. Everyone's got to get that tattooed on them.
Please don't. You obviously did forget.
Yeah, I know. Easy. But we got some other news that is kind of fun. A new Valiant Adventures is arriving from Mutants and Masterminds. So Green Ronin Publishing is finally releasing. So people have been waiting this for a while, because I think there was a crowdfunder and waiting for these to actually ship and then get to retail. So 2 new supplements for Mutants and Masterminds, 3rd edition, the superhero RPG. And so this is Valiant Entertainment, and they own the rights to the characters from the old 90s Valiant days. So Bloodshot, Harbinger, X-O Manowa, Ninjak, Shadowman, Archer, and Armstrong, Rai, and Turok are all now going to be playable, and in that setting. I think it's more the setting, and this was from their February 2024 Kickstarter that this first launched. So immediately, like right now already, you can get the PDF versions on drive-thru, so I'll put a link to that. Physical copies will be available for pre-order, and they're coming later this year. And Green Ronin sells stuff on Amazon, so you can keep an eye out there as well. So what is Valiant Entertainment? It's interesting because it's not what it used to be. So okay. Yes, so there's a great shared world that was created in the 90s, the Valiant Universe. And so this is a nanite infused super soldiers and high-tech warriors and supernatural protectors, all that kind of stuff. So it kind of separated itself out from Marvel and DC, being a little bit more complex, gritty, violent, and kind of more morally complex than a lot of the 90s superhero stuff. Valiant was founded in 1989 by Jim Shooter, the former editor-in-chief from Marvel, with Steven Mazursky, one of those. And they kind of took advantage of the boom, just like Image Comics and stuff, the comics boom of the early 90s. They were purchased by video game publisher Acclaim in 1994 because they wanted to put the characters in the video game. Then Acclaim went bankrupt in 2004.
Wow, okay.
Then a couple of fellows, Dinesh Samdasani and Jason Kathari, formed a company called Valiant Entertainment, and they bought the rights to all of this from the auction or the sale of Acclaim's assets, and they rebooted the universe in 2012. Then in 2018, the sales of the comics started to decline. DMG Entertainment, with the two licensors before, made a deal to do TV and film licensing, and that got us the 2020 Bloodshot movie with Vin Diesel. So we've only had one Valiant movie. All of these characters moving around, we've only had one movie.
Okay.
However, in 2023, they were only publishing 1 or 2 titles a month. American comic books are almost dead. And if they weren't supporting Hollywood films, they probably wouldn't even be printing them anymore. So then Valiant partnered with Alien Books, and they did Resurgence of the Valiant Universe crossover with, I guess, Alien Books characters. Then they did the Valiant Beyond initiative, and in 2025, comic book publisher IDW got involved to help them kind of distribute Valiant comic titles. So quite a mess. Like it's been
it's
been bounced around for
Really?
quite a while. But it's fun characters, and if you're a fan of this stuff in the '90s, it was maybe harder to find, but it really did stand out. It had that same that '90s edgy looking stuff.
In the
but
'90s, in high school, all
Mhm.
of my friends who were into comic books went Image.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I
right,
know
right.
zero of those characters.
Right.
Except Turok. That's the only one
Yes,
I recognize, right?
yes. So, what about the Valiant Adventures RPG? So, this was designed by the tabletop veterans Steve Kenson and Alexander Thomas, and it is going to be using the third edition rules of Mutants and Masterminds. Doesn't require the other books. You can just use these 2 books, and they're producing, or 2 books are going to retail. They already produced them for the Kickstarter. A Hero's Handbook, 135-page core rulebook, which is character creation, combat mechanics, and the hero point system. They kind of have customized and streamlined the M&M rules a little bit to make this work. And then Worlds of Valiant is the GM-facing supplement, characters and lore from prehistoric Britonia to the supernatural expanses of Deadside, the mysterious Faraway, and the towering tech spires of New Japan. So we gotta play that.
Why is Japan always
It's always new.
technological marvel? Sorry, man. Live here for 20 years and you'd be like, that would never happen.
Right.
Anyway.
Right. Yes. So, and so Mutants and Masterminds were originally created by game designer Steve Kenson for Green Ronin. First edition was 2002, and basically they loosely used the D&D 3E mechanics. Second edition in 2005, and third in 2011. And now they are currently kickstarting a 4th edition.
Okay.
So they're doing a fourth, and so I don't know what's been changed, or it must be still Green Ronin, but they just announced they're going to be doing a 4th edition. They did get an official DC tie-in back in 2010 for Mutants and Masterminds, where you could use the DC characters, and there's been and there's been numerous numerous setting expansions for the system, and they even had the super powered program, also called Superlink, where they would license the setting for you to do your own original, so a third-party license for a while. But the system itself, it's a point-by system. So no classes and levels, and you basically let you kind of create any superhero concept you want. You got a set power level, a pool of power points, which is similar to what the Marvel Multiverse game kind of did. Yeah, the new one. The older the newer one. So you have various skills, abilities, and powers that you can buy with those points. Skill checks are still a single D20 for a target number. No hit points in the game. Toughness saving throws, you either shrug off an attack, or you get injured, or potentially knocked out, or even killed. And you have hero points awarded by the GM to use for rerolls that are failed rerolls, or to shake off certain effects. So the physical books, the hardcover Hero's Handbook, is going to set you back $45 US. PDF is $23, available on drive-thru right now. And the Worlds setting, the Worlds of Valiant GM book, is $60 US, $30 for the PDF, available now. Pre-orders are going on now. The physical books are going to ship October 27th of this year, and the PDFs came out on the 7th. And Green Ronin also has their pre-order plus program, which means they'll give you a code for the PDF. If you pre-order the physical book, they'll give you a code, but it's $5, not for free. That's good though. I mean, and it kind of helps the transaction be more. Sometimes when they send those codes, and because they're sometimes they're like essentially like review codes and stuff, and they expire. So if you pay $5, it's not going to expire. So I think that's a good way to do it.
I was going to say, sorry, as someone who is neck deep in like textbook layout. Physical book, PDF, it's the same amount of effort. You're making the same thing.
That's a good point. Right? That's a really good point.
Yeah, sorry. When people go, it's so expensive for a PDF. Like, what do you think? They just like snap their fingers and like magically appeared somehow?
Right.
No.
Yeah, it's good that it costs less, because a lot of stuff is starting. But it does. They need to be reimbursed for all of that work to get that thing laid out. But and like I said, the 4th edition for Mutants and Masterminds is just launched on Kickstarter. So check that out if you like that system. And we got another this is crowdfunding as well. Sorry, so much crowdfunding, but award-winning TTRPG designer and influencer Sly Flourish, or otherwise known as Mike Shea, has announced a follow-up to the return of the Lazy Dungeonmaster series. This will be the rise of the Lazy Dungeonmaster game.
Lazy Dungeonmaster is no longer lazy.
I guess Game Master. Yeah, Lazy Gamemaster. It's Rise of the Lazy Gamemaster. So not using Dungeonmaster anymore. Interesting. So expanding on Shea's previous works, new GM tips, tools, and tricks, crowdfunding. Oh, this will be crowdfunding in July, so not yet, but you can probably sign up to be informed. Roughly going to be a 160-page book, going to be out in hardcover, PDF, EPUB, and Markdown format if you prefer that.
Okay.
And so this isn't just a revised version of his previous stuff. This is a complimentary resource, new and updated advice to speed up prep time, make play more fun and interactive. It's going to include his classic 8 steps of the Lazy GM prep, which is kind of revised based on his 8 years of feedback. So some new innovations, but it's going to be that similar presentation. The book will include building and running lazy campaigns, adventure types and quest models, Lazy GM's toolbox, adventure outlines, and an appendices with like random tables and maps and stuff to inspire you. Unfortunately, primarily is focused on D&D 5e, of course, but he, claims it's system agnostic and will work equally as well with Shadowdark, Daggerheart, Dragonbane, Dolmenwood, Nimble. He's kind of trying to cover his bases there.
Yeah, sure, like all those D&D adjacent ones, like not for D&D.
Yeah,
the D&D shaped games. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so he's had a whole series of these. Have you read or looked at any of these books? Yeah, I've never. I think I'm like an old dog. I'm not going to learn any new tricks. So,
well, you don't need to learn any new tricks. It's for lazy people.
Right, yeah, right. So looking at this stuff, I don't know if it's just going to distract me or confuse me. I do it the way I do it, and I prep the way I prep, and the thing that low prep, easy prep, quick prep. Prepping is the fun part, like, doing the reading and research and stuff, and over prepping is just having too much fun, getting ready for the game, because it gets you excited to think about the characters you're going to run into and setting up nice looking maps and getting all your tokens ready and everything. I really think that's it's I don't know. I guess unless you're a professional and you need to handle the schedule where you're doing 3 sessions a day or whatever.
It's that. I have read some of Mike Shea stuff, and like I said, it's primarily D&D focused. So I've kind of gone, I don't really need this, right? But yeah, I think we're in a situation where we game so infrequently. I'm sorry.
I've been prepping for 6 months,
right? Like I've seen people refer to it as lonely fun, right? Like. And yeah,
now you make me feel bad.
Sorry. Well, we could do it together, right? And won't be lonely, right? No, it's in wargaming hobbies too. It's the kind of, or at least for historicals, like it's researching the type of uniform this one unit wore. It's planning out the map. It's pouring through the book. It's engaging with the game and materials in a way that's not actually playing the game, but still doing stuff with it. So I think people like you and me who actually kind of go, you know what, I enjoy this kind of, once I figured out how to prep correctly, right? Like my first kind of prepping things were like, okay, I'm going to write down the characters do this, and then I do this. No, it doesn't work, right? That kind of stuff, useless.
Yeah.
But, okay, motivations for people, kind of like, or NPCs, like locations, things like that. Yes, that kind of prep is useful because like I said, you can always kind of like pull it out later. Oh, well, this way. Well, it's that quantum ogre thing. Oh, well, you didn't go to the town I expected you to do, so it's now called Nice Town or whatever, right? And you end up there anyway, right? So that's a bit. But anyway, the whole point of that is the advice in the Lazy DM books kind of didn't really apply to the types of improvisational games that we, I think, tended to enjoy and prep for more. But I mean, if you are a professional GM and you got to run like 4 games a week and then you're limited on time, then maybe this will be helpful to allow you to be a bit more lazy.
Yeah, right. Yes. So Shea also hosts a weekly Lazy RPG talk show available as a podcast, and also I guess on YouTube as well. Has a great Patreon, and don't hold this against him. He was selected by Wizards of the Coast to be a member of the inaugural D&D Committee Advisory Group.
Holding that against him. Holding that against him. Does that mean he was one of those people who showed up at that WotC thing?
Oh, I hope not. Yeah, right. Get a gift bag and a brainwashing. Yeah. So check that out if you've read his previous stuff. This might be of interest to you, and especially if you're running 5e, which might not be many people in this chat. But anyhow, and finally, I'm really curious about your opinion on this. The RPG Trader is an alternative marketplace for indie creators. So there was an interview with TTRPG Insider with co-founder Hugh Lashbrook. and they have just launched kind of the beta version. It's working, it's operational, you can buy stuff on it, and they're kind of, I think they're still, kind of smoke testing like how this is going to work, and if their servers crash, if too many people are looking on it. But this gives you the ability to host, sell, and print independent TTRPGs. So the high cost of publishing on drive-through is kind of what they're going after, maybe the split as well. So right now, drive-through RPG and itch.io are the vast majority of online sales. And so what they were looking at is the cost and the website limitations, because I haven't used itch, but the back end of drive-through is garbage.
I've used both a little bit, and the back end of drive-through sucks. Right? I do like itch.io, and my stuff is up there, not drive-through, because pay me one on drive-through earns you exactly $0, right? Animals.
That's what they want to pay.
That's what they want to pay. I think the audience that goes to those two different things is just
right.
Completely different, right?
You're stepping on their dream of free RPG.
Exactly. I think I was only a solo creator on itch. I think one of the things I've seen people talk about how payouts on itch take a long time, or things kind of get flagged, or there's problems there. I also, maybe I'm wrong, I don't think there's revenue sharing.
Oh, right.
On itch,
right.
which makes it really hard for people who want to collaborate on anthologies and stuff to do that. Right. And I think I saw RPG Trader has maybe revenue sharing.
Oh, good.
Don't call me on that, but it has popped up on my radar. A lot of people I've seen are kind of talking about it, and here I'm on RPG Trader, and I should go look at it.
Yeah,
my one title. I'll put on.
Put your title out there.
I should, I guess.
Right. So and they're repeatedly in this interview, he says over and over again, we're not trying to replace this. We're just an additional platform, an alternative method. We don't want you to not put your stuff on the other. So there won't be any exclusivity stuff you have to deal with or anything to get this nice split they're offering. So, the two leading marketplaces have faced scrutiny recently, and that's why maybe they're trying to take advantage of that. Itch.io delisted all of their adult games because Stripe put pressure on them.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then Drive-Thru RPG delisted games for political language. Yeah. I think Rebel Scum got caught up in that. That sucks. They're positioning themselves as an alternative. They're going to give you a bigger cut. The beta has been running since June 9th. You can buy a certain number of games right now already on there if you want to test it out. And in the interview, Lashbrook basically talks about his own experiences as a tabletop creator. He has the 10 Acre Games is his company, and the thing that he wants to emphasize with this is discovery, publishing steps, print on demand setup, and overall ease of use. And a quote from him from the interview: "Since I've spent so much time in my career building digital products and online communities, I thought I could do something about it and start working on a marketplace built specifically for tabletop RPGs using modern tools and modern marketplace design principles."
Which is kind of funny because in the chat people say it feels like a site from 2006. Sorry, I just wanted to point that out.
Well, it's modern. It's not postmodern.
Okay.
You're right. It's not contemporary. It's not today's. So it's like I said, the goal is not to replace the existing platforms. Emphasis on discoverability, flexible publishing, integrated print on demand, and tools to help creators grow. Another quote: "Many creators already publish on multiple platforms, and I expect that will continue. RPG Trader isn't asking creators to choose sides. They're trying to create a place that's valuable enough that they want to look to be there alongside any other platforms they're currently using." So the commission, RPG Trader takes 20%, giving you 80% of the sales, and there's no registration fees, subscriptions required, no exclusivity, and additional costs to burden creators. So it's just that split. They don't plan on running any third-party advertising platforms on there because of privacy concerns. So you're not going to see, banner ads and Google ads and stuff on there. A marketplace is entirely focused on tabletop games. So that's the thing about itch, is it's like video. Yeah. It's gets so confusing. If you go there the first time, you're like, where are the TTRPGs?
Yeah. I mean, I do like itch, but I think it's primarily video games, which I just ignore.
Right.
I mean, so there's there are kind of useful things about physical games, which is like where TTRPGs hang out. There's all kinds of like game assets that I often look at and stuff like that. But yeah, it's primarily video games. So I think I'm probably not looking at like 95% of the site.
Right. Yeah, same here. It takes a while.
I think, again, I'm so small. People have mentioned that discoverability on itch is not great.
Yeah.
It's like basically you're just posting the link to your product on social media. And like if people lose that or scroll past it, like they never find it again.
Right. It's a repository, basically. Yeah. That's the thing. Like Etsy and some of the maker sites, they have really good discoverability, and if you've got good sales and good ratings, they promote you up, and so they really need to start doing that with TTRPGs as well.
That's you accidentally click on an ad, and then suddenly Etsy takes like 50% of whatever you're going to give that person. Right?
Whoops.
No. Close the browser. Okay, let's go to the other one. Yeah.
Right. So the platform was built in collaboration with the creator, the designer community. So this beta is to try to get all the bugs worked out. And the thing that I like about, basically a lot of the stuff he says sounds exactly like what Drive-Thru is doing, the 12 RPG-specific taxonomies, genre, rule system, play styles. It's okay, yeah, that's exactly what they do everywhere else. But they do have a zero-tolerance policy for AI-generated content. So it will be nice, like DuckDuckGo or whatever, that to be able to go to some place that you can say no AI and get results. Right. They're not going to be just crowded with garbage. So it will not be allowed at all. They're going to use admin review, author disclosure, text matching with common AI generated patterns, and user flagging to enforce that. So that's good. Payment processing, they're going to use Stripe, which might hurt any adults kind of stuff, and PayPal. So they're going to run into the same problems the other platforms are very quickly. But they say if that does happen, they will look for alternative processors. That's not easy. There's only a few. And they have pretty stringent rules. And once you get a bad rating on one of these, I think that goes into the banking system, and you get blacklisted. Yeah, so it's not easy.
I mean, yeah, it is a problem. But I'm like, when it's like delisted a bunch of stuff, I'm like, I get it. It sucks, but I kind of get it. It's not really your fault. Like, how else are you going to process payments when the credit card company is going, well, get rid of the stuff or you're off.
Debanking, I think, is going to become a huge issue in the future, especially when everything goes digital, because they just cut your throat. It's just I've had experience back in the days.
So what you're saying is, as much as I hated that fucking movie of Blade Runner 2049 or whatever, whatever it was, the blackout.
Oh yes, yeah. Pray for that.
Is appropriate. Okay,
pray for that, because if that happens, we'll all be much better off. But they're going to have a clearly defined sensitivity content policy that outlines how they handle NSFW content. And the thing that I like, so that these guys are based in Australia, and they've integrated with Lulu Print on Demand, which I think does nicer quality than Lightning, the Ingram, the Amazon Ingram thing. So you might get better quality depending on what it is from the Lulu print shops. But everyone's kind of like constantly upgrading their printing technology and stuff. So Lulu was ahead when I was using it, but I'm not sure that'll always be the case. But Lulu does give you 6 locations, 6 countries worldwide where they print from. So you're getting stuff domestically printed and sent to you. But that also means people can get a slightly different experience. If you order in the UK and the US, it's a different machine that's coming off of. But I really trust and respect Lulu, and if they integrate integrate well into the site, that would be great. If you're putting your PDF in, if you get it formatted correctly, put your PDF in, and you can just put it right into Lulu and not have to do all extra stuff. That would be nice. And they're also promising so a full suite of publishing and marketing tools that will help with all of that. So we'll see. And like people are saying, the website isn't blowing anybody away as far as like, whoa, it's the latest greatest thing. And that's the problem with all of these sites is they're pretty dated and pretty clunky. I mean, just the submit forms and stuff you're using in the back end. Drive-Thru is just like, you gotta be serious, and you can't be serious, and they're strict. They can't resize thumbnails or anything. It's just like, this is garbage. So we'll see. There's a new gun in town down under, and we'll see how they do. But I mean, more platforms is good. And you might, it depends though. They're gonna, maybe if they make some political missteps on social media and stuff, this could be known as the whatever site. They could. Yeah, instead of like everybody posting there, oh, don't go there, that's the no site. So we'll see how they fare in this turbulent world of TTRPGs.
And what's the alternative? Everyone just gets their own little website.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just everyone do it yourself.
Yeah, and even then, when Stripe goes, yeah, you know what? Never mind. You're
Yeah, definitely. So that's going to do it for this week. Yeah. So where can people find you?
Blue Sky and Instagram. That's Hivemind, HYVEMYND, where, it's photos of little 2mm scale Numidians until I get back to Greathelm and, I don't know what else. Stuff. Yep. So, how about you?
Nice. So, I'm still drawing my single panel gag cartoon. It's getting much harder. I won't go into it, but
We're up to what, like 25, 26 years now?
Yes, yeah. It's getting a quarter century. Wow. We're going to celebrate a quarter century. And that's Abuse Cartoons on YouTube and Twitch. You can read the cartoon on gocomics.com/domestic abuse. And also check out rcharvey.com if you like comics and cartooning. He did an amazing writing on the history. His textbooks and stuff are kind of like standard university text for if you're studying the history of comics and cartooning. rcharvey.com. And if you like what we're doing here on the weekly, consider becoming a weekling.
The strongest of all supporters.
You could do that at patreon.com/upturntable. And basically that tier lets us know, you can tell us what you want to see more on the weekly, help us shape the show and kind of what we cover, and if it's all going to be WotC related.
I was going to say, what other IPs do you want to see injected into D&D 5e? Let us know in the chat.
But it's upturntable.com is the main website where you can find everything, and Upturntable on all social media. So that's going to do it for this week. We'll be back next week.
Later, mortals.
Goodbye. We are back. So how is everybody doing? Sorry for that terrible start. Yeah, I didn't even realize that the lights were on, of course, but the USB was out, fell out. So sorry about that weird start. There was obviously a Windows restart, so it was the default input, and I selected the USB input. So I thought, all right, we're all set, and we're still talking into that camera. And the funny thing about, I think, yeah, that camera, it has like 9 directional microphones in it. So when you take the video file into something and edit it, it literally gives you 9 audio tracks. So half of them are just room noise and static and stuff. It's really horrible. So I use that to record a lot of the early Outer Red Hands actual plays, and I can't figure out which tracks I need to delete to get the sound like more focused to the front of the camera. It's a mess. But how's everybody doing? Yeah, good to see everybody in the chat. Thank you, Clarion, for giving us a warning. Never know what kind of nonsense we'll come up with. But yeah, it's really depressing. So many people putting stuff into D&D Beyond. I guess they're seeing it as another platform, and they're probably looking at the player numbers compared to what they get on, because they can probably see those. The publishers probably see how many active Roll20 games, and all the different platforms on the VT. I know Roll20 and maybe Foundry, they work with one of those companies to kind of do stats, so they probably see the numbers. And if WotC told them what D&D Beyond does, then we'll see. Oh, Clarion's a Harbinger fan. Nice. And Abyss already says, RPG Trader needs some work. Yeah, that's the thing I'm so surprised with. And I think Alchemy is doing it well, but the existing VTTs, it's so easy to get ahead of them if you just use modern programming languages, modern technology, web technologies. You can be so far ahead of what anybody is doing right now in both VTTs and marketplaces, because they're like 20 years old in how these websites are set up. But when somebody launches a new thing, it doesn't blow it away. I mean, Alchemy is the closest to really understanding, how far ahead you can be in a nicer looking VTT. But, I think they've been cautious and stuff, because you don't want to spend all the money for the programmers and everything to get everything all up and running all great, and then have no customers. Because I recently switched to the free model and everything, and just like selling their content is the thing that's going to be their income, the packages and modules and rule sets and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's a little scary that everybody that was responding to the OGL dilemma is just like, well, I guess you can have our stuff. We'll be third-party content providers for you. Yeah, Abyss is saying, yeah, it's terrifying how much power Visa and MasterCard have. Yeah, back in the day, I was selling digital comics, like, early days, and it was so hard to keep processors. And we would use third-party processors, because getting your own merchant account for credit card processing was insane and was so delicate. And once you get over this like 5% threshold of people charging back anything, then you lose the account and then you're blacklisted. You can't get another account. So we would use these third-party processors. We would use their merchant accounts, and then they would just, tell us what was okay and not. And of course, then they would take a piece of everything, just like PayPal and everybody does when you sell through them. But yeah, they would just go out of business. They would probably lose their merchant accounts. They suddenly go out of business, and all the money that you had with them that was going to go out the next month, they just kept. It's like, okay, you can sue us for it, but there's a pretty long line. So that kind of stuff really sucks. So yeah, debanking and the kind of banking platforms, and people have been, fighting that. I think what's his name? I'm seeing the cover of the book, but the guy that wrote, so much about comics and had really tried in the early days, like in the 90s, to figure out how to get people to sell, like how to process like a 15 cents or how to process 25 cents, because there's always minimums for that kind of stuff. Like, he worked really hard to try to figure out how indie comics could work on digital platforms and people could sell very cheaply access to them. And yeah, it just hasn't ever worked out. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, and yeah, really, that's insane. And the influence they're even having with governments and stuff, as there was all that like crowdfunding stuff that was done with the Canadian truck drivers or whatever, and they did some not crowdfunding but kind of donation stuff, like a GoFundMe type thing, and it was just seized. It was seized by the Canadian government, and then the bank said, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so we'll see. Arturo said it before, and I'll say it again. Vampires suck, especially in 5.5e. I'm sure they really suck then. But yes, I think we've lost Matt to the World Cup. I wonder if we're gonna lose him for the actual play as well. We'll see. Yeah, we'll do some messaging and see if everybody's cool for tomorrow night. But yeah, just a lot of weird related. So I can't believe Renegade gave up their own system, with pressure from Hasbro or Wizards to use 5e, and it probably wasn't, like Chris said, it probably wasn't so difficult to adapt a D20 system to a D20 system. But yeah, that really sucks. That yeah, they went that way. They're just trying to, and so yeah, they want everything that's published with Hasbro IPs and everything to be using 5.5e, and it's all going to be available in D&D Beyond. So I guess we're not going to be playing My Little Pony. I know Matt was pretty excited about it, but no My Little Pony. I don't want to go. I don't want to basically touch anything Renegade is doing. Yuck. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Abis says, when I think of debanking, my first thought is what comes up is the ICC judge. Oh. Yeah. What was that? Yeah. It was a justified warrant, but Orange Man mad got the judge debanked. Oh my God, yeah, that's going to be, like lawsuits, and then the banking system are going to be the things that are, and the IRS in America, and taxes are going to be the thing that's going to be used against anybody that looks or says or does anything that nobody wants. Yeah, that's ugly. Yep. So I don't know. I just don't know. But I can't believe, World Cup competition is gonna hurt. But yeah, so we'll bug Matt and see if we're doing anything tomorrow. And if nobody's available, if everybody's kind of busy with World Cup stuff, Abyss and I will bitch about WotC for 3 hours, or we'll lurk on some Kickstarter comment section and harass people. Something that's going really, really badly. Yeah, I haven't heard. I guess later this year is when we're going to hear what actually happens with that Cyberpunk 2077 official TCG. We'll see if that actually ships and if that actually happens. I've been hearing good things about the what was it? It's not Heroes of Night City, the Legends of Night City, the game that I backed. That's just kind of like a finished game. I've been hearing nice things about that, and it's going to be, there's a bunch of UK retailers that are going to carry it and stuff. So it sounds like they're doing okay. I mean, at least in the UK. Worldwide, who knows? It's hard to get distribution, worldwide and stuff. So yeah, still trying to figure out, because I want to get out of the way of the TV. Still trying to, I got to find a better piece of furniture. I don't want to be facing away from Chris to look at the screen, but so I got to get the screen maybe lower, and then I'll put the mixer underneath it. So I'll get some kind of rolling rack or something that gets it out of the way, so we can use the TV for appropriate images, thematic imaging or whatever. Oh, and you can't see, maybe some of you noticed, but you can't see behind, because we were talking about all this stupid everything going to 5e. I put up all of the stuff. I picked this up because we were going to do, out of Red Hand Days, we're going to do some wacky starter set stuff, but I've got all the starter sets for original 5e, including Rick and Morty and Stranger Things. And more of those have come out since, but yeah, those cracked me up. And they were like clearing them out. Like most of the online retailers just, prayed to dump this stuff. So I got everything like for less than $10. So I thought, oh yeah, I'd make a fun video, and then we just never did it because it's more depressing than fun. But yeah, that's what the row has become. All the shitty starter sets for 5e. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh no, now I've lost my logo. Boom, there we go. All right. So I'll fix the shelf. I just thought it'd be a funny detail if anybody noticed that for no My Little Pony, that's right. Yeah, I know the bronies, we're missing out on that whole brony thing. Oh man. But yeah, so I don't know what else we'll get up to. So Chris and I were talking about probably doing more Great Helm. That was really fun. And there's a coworker of Chris's that might be interested in trying it out. And Chris got the whole box, the War Games Atlantic box of the Foot Knights, and so was able to do, I think, 4. I think from that box. So if you buy one box, you can do 4 different groups. So that lets you, equip everybody with every possible weapon. So just one box. We should do a thing about that. Maybe Chris and I should talk, do a thing about the rules for Great Helm, but then show you with just that one box of miniatures, like you can have 4 people playing like that quickly. So that's pretty cool. And I like games that do that, that, are thinking about, this is what you would need to play this game. Like if you don't already have stuff, you buy this box and you're all set. Frostgrave is a little bit like that too. Being able to buy a box and then, be ready for just about anything. But yeah, Chris did that for the demo at the gaming guild thing. Wall of shame. Yes. Please don't look at my shame. Yeah, so it was just funny. It was back in the day. I thought that'd be funny because 5e hadn't gone totally crazy. It was just really weird, like Rick and Morty. Like that's a really weird. I guess that came out of the comics. I think they did a comic book crossover first, and then that's why they did that set. But yeah, it's weird. But I have a lot of those those translucent red dice from those two sets. Yeah, and I would like to see that Heroes of the Borderlands or whatever the new 5.5e starter set is. I'd like to look at that because there's a lot of stuff in there, and how they presented, because this is like, kind of a known module, a known adventure, a known setting. So I'd like to see like what they did with the maps and stuff. I guess I could just as easily do that online or digitally. But if that ever goes on clearance, if it ever goes under $10, I'm definitely going to take a look at that. Although that's one of those things I know will never get played, so we'll see. But yeah, did I miss any? I don't think there wasn't any other like big news from this week. There's a lot of layoff news in the video game world, it looks like. So Microsoft and Bungie, I guess that's the same thing. But Bungie, what's whatchamajig failed. their kind of looter shooter game Marathon failed, and so Bungie's laying everybody off, and yeah, I'm hearing a lot of not good game news, and you know, companies too. All the there's a lot of tech company layoffs, so we will see. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Oof. Yeah, that was yeah, back in the days when Rick and Morty didn't mean something very terrible. Yeah, when the fans just became ugh. And then we found out, yeah, the creator's not a great guy. Funny, but not a great guy. Yeah, it's funny. It's just like reminded me a lot of John Kay, like being taken off of your own series. You know, like John Kay got kicked off of Ren and Stimpy, and then we found out he did kind of, you know, very not good stuff with his female, you know, employees and stuff. And yeah, we kind of found out the same thing about Justin from Rick and Morty. So, yep. Hey Juan, how's it going? Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. So I can't promise there will be an actual play tomorrow. Depends on the World Cup schedule. I think by nighttime there, because it's all in North America. It's North America, it's Canada, US, and Mexico, right? Mostly Mexico. So I think it'll be done before too late. So hopefully we'll get some gaming in, depending. But yeah, I haven't heard from Terry, and Matt's absence makes me suspicious. All right. Yeah, anything else? Yeah, so I mentioned to Chris about Moonstone. Yeah, people were talking about that. The Malifaux people here were talking about that, and I looked at the rules, and it looks fun. You know, it looks interesting and fun, different from a lot of the other miniature games. Less serious, but still has, you know, strategy and diceless. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, so a lot of people that's what they liked about Malifaux. So Malifaux uses a deck, and you're holding a hand, and so you're doing things. You're powering certain abilities or whatever based on the suits of the cards and the value of the cards, and so you hold back your higher value cards for later rounds. You know, because you can discard and draw up each round. So that game is really fun, and so that mitigates the randomness of just drawing a card, like drawing something out of a bag or drawing the top card. But you can also do that. You can play one of your cards in your hand, or you can just draw from the top of the deck. So yeah, that if anybody's ever played Malifaux, yeah, I think they know how nice that works. That's a really that feels really good. I'm not sure, like they've just done a whole new version of stuff. The artwork doesn't look the same as good as it did. So I hope they're not losing I hope they're not losing it, because that was a pretty fun game. It's just I don't like keeping up with because they literally have a like a radio play podcast that tells the, you know, kind of lore and story of the setting, and they keep advancing it. Like different things keep happening in that setting, so the factions get kind of shuffled around. Oh, now these characters are in this faction because this faction took over them, and these guys did this and whatever. So yeah, it's hard to keep up on that stuff, and they're trying to encourage you to, you know, try new factions out or buy new models, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't been excited to try to get back into it, but it's a really good game. I don't know about the latest version, but the version 3, third edition, second or third edition was good. Yes. Mm. Oh, Bungie's Sony. Thank you, Abyss. Yeah, both Microsoft and Bungie are shedding. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that too. Yeah. So there was a setback with the Stop Killing Games. Some judge, yeah, said we can't force companies to do that. That's crazy. I mean, there was no initiative, that never happened with early film, like early silent film. We lost so much early silent film. We lost so much early television, and especially mostly because it was a lot of live stuff. But like once they started putting it on tape, we lost a lot of that. So this is the chance, because we still have a chance to preserve, you know, what's been done, you know, at least since the 80s. But yeah, they're just getting in the way. Yeah, that was really disheartening. that Stop Killing Games is not gonna is running into obstacles, legal obstacles, because I mean, there should be maybe like a different kind of public domain rule for video games where they just, release the code, like the code has to be published publicly, because, especially when it's dead publishers, nobody really owns the rights to something. Why can't it sit, in an archive, or why can't it be used by other people? Like, we should just shorten the public domain, back to like what, 15 years or whatever it used to be, shorten it to something where, especially for like things like MMOs where it's like server based and like online stuff, when that stuff shuts down, the game is over. But, you can run it privately and keep stuff alive. Like we've seen with like, City of Heroes, and there was some WoW servers. I think those got yeeted when they did classic WoW. But a lot of Star Wars Galaxies, the Reckoning, the Warhammer Reckoning game, the fantasy MMO, those that have been resurrected. And yeah, so they really need to look at that, because I think it's yeah, they're leaving, the publishers are leaving money on the table, but maybe it's rights or licenses they couldn't get anyhow. I don't know. What's Abyss saying? It was clearly fishy, yeah, the Stop Killing Games decision, when they found out that they had tons of private conversations with Ubisoft and others. Yeah, they knew it was over. Oh, that really sucks. I don't understand what the um publishers are fighting this so hard for. I mean, I don't think I don't know what was required, but they're not insisting that they keep paying for these servers that nobody is on for games. And I think the frustrating thing is everything is moving to game as service, which is what D&D Beyond will be soon. But everything is that just you're paying a subscription, or you're getting loot boxes or whatever, um, for a game, and that, because that came from mobile gaming, that became so profitable. But I think mostly what people are interested in is like what GOG does, is just keep games playable and preserve games. And why would you fight against that? Because people would play an old version of your game, and then you would see, oh my god, this is really popular, and then they would do a new version of it. Just like I think the only reason they keep making those Warhammer, those 40k RTSs, is because people are still playing the old ones. They see the player count on the old Dawn of War stuff, and yeah, they just have to keep making them, because they don't make them well. Like Dawn of War 3 was so shitty, but maybe it'll be better. I don't know if anybody saw the videos, but of course it obviously wasn't gameplay, but they were showing some supposed demonstration of the game, some gameplay looking stuff. There was so much smoke and sparks and ash and fire and everything on the battlefield, you couldn't even see the units. I don't think they're going to be able to. There's no game engine that's going to be able to do that. But if they do like ramp up the particle effects and smoke and stuff on the battlefield, that could be interesting. But for that demo video, it's like, what? I can't even see anything. What the hell is this? It was just like one of those cartoon clouds, where there's a foot and a star and a foot and a fist sticking out. It was just this big cloud of war. That's what they should name it. War Cloud. Oh man. Yeah, so Abyss is saying about the Stop Killing Games. I heard my stalwart opinion of the EU Council. Yeah, I mean, the EU is our last hope for privacy protection and stuff. I mean, they really got to stand in the way of this, this crap that America likes to do. Americans have already given up all of their privacy, so it's only the UK and the EU that can kind of get that back a little bit. And they're just doing, what's Australia that's doing the no social media under 16 stuff? And I don't know. Stop wasting your time with that stuff and focus on what's really going to screw us in the future, and what's really going to screw our kids in the future, where they register on these sites and they're just tracked from birth. Yikes. I don't know. Not so good. But yeah, so we will get up to some nonsense hopefully soon. I'm trying to think if there was anything. Oh yeah, I want to talk to the old Idle Red Hands guys, because they did only an audio podcast, and I helped them like start the YouTube channel. But they did a lot of really good researched, like, presentation of different topics. And they're a little long. I think they're a little long-winded. I think they're like an hour. But if I can cut some of those down, and then make them videos, like give them a visual element, that might be really cool. So I'll talk to them if they're cool about that, because nobody is, listening to that old stuff, and it was some really nice. That might be something nice for Patreon or whatever. Those are really good assets for thinking about fantasy character classes or monsters in fantasy, like the history of it. Because Matt linked us to an Arabic, like a Persian, Middle Eastern origin of the ghoul and how different that is. And the guy in the video presented the progression to like a flesh eater, what became like the European modification and image of that, but how it started out as more of a trickster, that more of a shapeshifter and a trickster, more like a doppelganger, and like a D&D doppelganger. So but that was a lot of the kind of stuff that At a Red Hands did. And when I was watching that video, the guy was using like a lot of historical illustration, or like prints and etchings and stuff. So that kind of stuff might be really fun to do. But yeah, we'll see. So I'll ask the guys if they're cool with that, and maybe we'll have some new kind of thinky thinky content, because there's already voiceover for it. They already had a nice discussion. If I can just like get it more concise, like structure it and get it really concise, because it was more of a just like casual back and forth podcast. But if I can like really narrow that down, and you could take a look on this channel, if you go like our videos and go oldest first, you can see we did a golem discussion, and I forget what some of the other stuff was, robots, and just the history of those kinds of things and how you'd use them in RPGs. And there was a discussion of playing old characters and the value, like how you think about creating a character or playing a character. Maybe if you've actually like done a long enough campaign that you age your character out, like how would you play that character differently? Preservation, yeah, that really sucks about the stop killing games. It's a perfect name too for it. I don't think, why would anybody? No, I want to keep killing games. I enjoy it. At least Ubisoft does. Yeah, but and they're getting so sinister with people are maybe liking these remakes or whatever that are coming out, but they're just going to overwrite the old stuff. So we're going to lose the old stuff, the old Resident Evil, and maybe even the Witcher, and everything. When they're doing these remakes, they're probably not going to stop selling the original versions, and they're not great games, but they should still exist. You should be able to play them to kind of see where some of these mechanics and some of this stuff came from, and how wackadoo the Witcher 1 game was. No one will ever know that. But yeah, I don't and there's been a lot of people that have made a lot of videos about like the Silent Hill remake and stuff. They changed the game. They didn't it's not the same experience. So they need to have those original Silent Hill 2, I think. The Silent Hill 2 remake, people were just like, it's not the same game. You've changed it. The mechanics are different. And even I think the Resident Evil stuff, it's not as hard. It's not the tank controls anymore for the character. And also the saving and stuff isn't as hard as it was. And that was the kind of point of those games. Survival horror. But yeah, so we will see. So yeah, keep an eye out. We may be on tomorrow night playing some old school essentials or doing something. Yeah, if everybody's busy, or if there's just like I don't know, World Cup parties or whatever people are doing, I'll figure out something. Maybe we'll do some kind of live stream, because there's some stuff. Oh yeah, that's the thing. I want to go through some of those old. Matt was saying on Internet Archive or somewhere, they have all of the PDFs of the old Dragon magazine issues, and Matt and I had so much fun going through the physical copies of those, but they're not great on camera. You don't see you don't see the stuff as well as it would be presented in a digitally, for streaming. So maybe we'll come up with something like that. We'll just get on whenever we can and flip through some issues, especially the ads. That was the best part, is remembering all the companies. Those they're just trying so hard to sell their little metal miniatures or their little stupid role-playing game with the D6 included. Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, hey, what? Oh, for the record. Matt's gonna get in there. You messaged me. Well, you know how often I check Discord. It's a weekly check. Matt says, for the record, I messaged Jeremy. I was going to back rooms. Oh, cool. Well, I didn't say that. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for. So, let me announce Matt is going to back rooms. That's why he's not with us tonight. Sorry, yeah, I totally missed that. So we'll have to get an update if we get online. So let let us know, Matt, if you're available tomorrow. So it wasn't the World Cup. It was a YouTuber created horror movie that Matt went to see. Nice. It's so funny that Obsession and Backrooms are like kicking the summer movies ass, and they have like that old style, like word of mouth longevity, where they have legs because people are saying, you got to go see this, you got to go see this. Whereas the blockbusters, the big studio tentpole stuff is getting one weekend and then it's gone, and then another weekend and it's gone. So that's cool. Oh, excellent film. Nice. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, the kid that did those, it was like during the pandemic. He did it on Blender. So he made this like, cruddy. If you don't know about the backroom stuff, I guess it's been a thing for a while. People have even made, there's like indie games and stuff based on it, and it's kind of become like Slender Man kind of stuff, where it's this internet created horror thing. But yeah, the kid did Blender videos with these like strange, like it was inspired by, Red Letter Media talks about that in their review, inspired by a photo of like an old department store in like Milwaukee, where it was just like yellowy fluorescent lights, yellow wallpaper, yellow carpet, and just this weird shot of like a into like a back like stock room or whatever at a mall. It's like, what the hell is that? And so that inspired him to like create like I guess liminal spaces, like these odd like a space that doesn't make any physical sense. And so you're walking through these hallways and you see shadows and things, the edge of your vision, but then you're confronted by these weird creatures. And he did all this stuff in Blender as just his, like, when we're all in the prison of the pandemic. He came up with these short films, and people got excited by them, and it became a thing. And then he hooked up with I think a director, and they got him a budget, and they got some actors and made a real movie. Yeah, I'm curious, because that was the thing, the story, like how do you put a story into this just like experience, this like freaky world, this freaky setting. So cool. And Matt is free tomorrow, so if Terry's free tomorrow, then we'll do some old school essentials. If Terry's not free tomorrow, I hope that I can reread the rules for Slay Industries before then. Yeah, we'll hopefully we'll get a yes or no from Terry soon, because I got to reread those rules. They're not the simplest. For then we'll do Slay. If only Abyss and Matt are free, we'll do Slay Industries. Digital Circus is just a 9-episode YouTube show. Oh, nice. You talk about, oh no, Professor Dungeonmaster's latest clickbait, where he misrepresents the Paizo story. Oh, of course he does. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Well, I can't believe that guy. Just his little smirking little munchkin face on the on that Humble Bundle made me so sad. It's like his, connecting him and Dungeon Crawl Classics and Goodman Games made me sad. I don't know, maybe he's done some work with them. Oh, Digital Circus did better than did better than Mando. Yeah. I think everything did better than Mando and Grogu. That was a stupid idea to do a streaming movie and do a theatrical release. So we already have proof, and even though this was the Iron Man director, what's his face, the Swingers guy, was it Swingers? Even though he was the director, this was kind of a cowboy cowboy hat guy idea and thing. But we already know he can't make movies. The first movie he did was that horrible. They put it in theaters, should have been straight to video, but that Clone Wars 3D, like once they switched to that using that 3D studio, and that was going to be what Star Wars looked like, they did that Clone Wars movie, and that tanked. That was shit because there was nothing feature film about it in the story or anything that they did. So it's just like releasing something that should have been direct to video or direct to streaming into the theaters, and he directed that, and it sucked. So yeah, we already know he can't. Everything that he touches is gonna suck. Leave him on streaming. Oh man. Oh, so Abyss is saying Digital Circus released their YouTube episode 9. Oh, in the theaters, and oh geez, I didn't know that. Jeez. Oh, I gotta check out Digital. I don't know Digital Circus. Oh, Professor Dungeonmaster. Ugh. I hope he does more episodes about his prostate. I love thinking about all those wonderful medical procedures he had to endure. That's crazy. Released a YouTube episode in theaters. Yeah, that was such a dumb idea. And it's the 50th anniversary next year of the first Star Wars movie. And just like Magic and D&D and everything, they're going to fuck it up. They're totally going to fuck it up. And Marshall Lucas has passed, so that sucks. And that means probably that maybe Disney will release the original, or probably do like a Blu-ray release or something, but release the original cut of Star Wars that people saw in the theaters in 1977. That would be crazy, because the internet has been making that forever. They've been producing that forever, and I have it on Laserdisc, but it'd be nice to see it. It would be nice to see it in the movie theater again. If they did a theatrical release of the original for the anniversary, that'd be so cool. Yeah, that'd be really good. And a lot of people would be like, oh, I think all the young, like all the Star Wars fans that started with the special edition on VHS and the prequels will go to the and go, oh Jesus, what is this? It's so 70s. Yeah, we'll see. Yikes. But well, cool. Good to hear from you, Matt. And sorry, I'll check my messages. I'll do better checking before the stream start. I was just, yeah, I don't know. I'm going through some shit, so I'm not checking much. I'm just hoping to wake up again the next morning. It's rough. But take care, everybody, and we will be back. At least Matt, Abyss, and I will be back tomorrow doing something. We got to get the thumbs up from Terry, and because it is Pride Month, so there might be a lot more than there might be a lot more events going on this month than usual. But we'll see. Take care, and we'll see everybody again soon. Thanks to the patrons and members for supporting everything, and thank you so much for everybody that's clicking on those Humble Bundle affiliate links. That really helps a lot. That's great. And hope you enjoy everything that they're kicking out, because that was 4 bundles, huge, so fast, so big, giant, great TTRPG bundles. That was weird. That happened so fast. So get them before they're gone. See you next time. Goodbye.